Hey, how's it going, guys? I hope you're having a good day. Today, my team and I, which consists of me, Andrew Allen, Minhajul Abedin, and Anthony Sicalo, are going to be giving you a quick update on our proposal to Wayne State. So, just to get started, what we want to do is we want Wayne State University to fund the club soccer team a little bit more and allow Wayne State University to advertise the team a little bit more. And this is because we conducted some surveys and talked to some team members and we talked to some people in charge. And what we got back is that a lot of people don't know much about the club soccer team. The team members had some complaints. And the people in charge, we want to actually get them to help us out with funding and advertising and hopefully make it more important, which will be discussed throughout the presentation. So just a little introduction about my team and I. Me, Abdulhadi Shuaib, am the documenter and meeting planner. I take care of documenting all of the research that we've come together and finding a way for it to fit into the project, along with planning meetings as for seeing the availability of all the other group members and reserving rooms so that we could get our work done and discuss what needs to be discussed. Next is Andrew Allen, which is the project manager, and he is very close with the club soccer president as well. This is very important because he keeps in contact with the club soccer president, allows us to know what they think and some ideas from them. Also, him being the project manager takes care of making sure that everything is being done correctly and everyone is on task. Minhajul Abedin is the research and reviser. He takes care of most of our research. He collects data based on the surveys, and he revises anything that needs to be revised as for the PowerPoints and the structure, and so on. Anthony Sicalo is our organizational planner. He makes sure that everything is based off of the outline necessary for each project. He goes off of what the rubric says and the instructions for each project and makes sure that we have everything that is necessary. So the first of our main purposes is we want to increase Wayne State University's support, funding, and advertising for the club soccer team. That's to make the team better overall, and it'll help make Wayne State University's a more school-spirited school. Students will be proud of their school rather than just be for the academics, but also for the sports. And also we want to allow students a way to de-stress from studies and de-stress from school in general. So a fun soccer game every Friday or Saturday night will help distress from that. And we also want to make Wayne State University a school that is attractive to graduating seniors and incoming freshmen, and not just for the academics, but also for the events that are presented on campus. So next up will be Anthony Sicalo, who will be talking about our past and future work. Basically, he'll be talking about our results from the surveys, results from Melanie and her team, which are the people that are in charge of the club sports. And he'll be talking about what progress we've made so far and what progress we need to make in the future. Then Minhajul will take over, and he'll be speaking about how our work as a group has benefited us, as well as any issues that have come up, and then Andrew Allen will conclude and give off any recommendations.
Hello, my name is Anthony. I'm going to tell you about the work we have accomplished and the work that we want to accomplish before the semester ends here the next couple of weeks. So how our work has progressed so far. We have gained signatures and support for a Division II soccer program at Wayne State University. We have been able to increase the awareness and knowledge that Wayne State has a soccer program and that there is a group actively trying to pursue a Division II soccer team here at Wayne State University. We have been in contact with the supervisor of club sports here at the university, Melanie Stocky. We have been emailing her about how she can help us progress our proposal. She told us that the university has not and will not give club teams money. This means we need to find sponsors if we want the club team to have a bigger budget. She did tell us they advertise the club teams, but they only advertise in the rec center, which is hard to reach the entire student body because then you are counting on every single one of them to work out at the rec center on campus. And a lot of people are commuters on this campus or at this university, so I don't really think that's a good logical approach to raising awareness of the soccer club. So what results have we published or produced? From the surveys that we handed out in the UGL and Student Center, we have found that not many people know about the soccer club here on Wayne State. As I said before, I think we have increased the awareness of this club on campus just from those few days of passing out flyers. One of the questions we asked them is if any of them had gone to the football games here on campus. Many of them had not, but the many people that answered that they had actually live on campus. So I think this is a good correlation to understand for the university, that maybe more people that will live on campus if the university had a soccer team to contribute to improving the college experience on campus. So what do we expect in the next couple weeks? We would like to be in contact with the athletic director, and we want to tell him about how Wayne State and its surrounding area has a large interest in soccer. We want to describe to him and how it's one of the fastest growing sports in America right now. And now we are one of the only GLIAC teams without a soccer team right now. All of our rivals have teams. We expect to take all this information that we have learned, compile the research, the cited articles, the signatures from students about the soccer club, and the possible formation of a Division II soccer team, and forward this all to the athletic director, Rob Fournier. Thank you for your time. I'm going to pass this off to my other teammates.
Hello class, my name is Minhajo Abedin, and I'll be going over the schedule and the problems we had with the project. So on April 3, 2019, the whole group met at the UGL, and we were basically talking about how the project would go and the schedule for the project and what roles we would take on for the presentation in the project. On April 5, 2019, we set up a Google Doc, and basically on the Google documents, we brainstormed ideas on what we would implement, and basically we just jotted down, noted everything that we would implement. We're basically assigning roles, and basically talking about how we would assemble a progress report. And basically after that, then we had a conference call, and basically on the conference call, we're just discussing like how we would be able to present the progress report per the group's schedule and per the group's roles in the project. And then on April 6, 2019, the team members were working on the project. So for the progress report, we were just working on our parts. So everyone had a part where they would present, and then they would record themselves, and they would be able to put in their information about what progress we're making for the project. So we're working steadily on that. We were making the physical presentation itself on PowerPoint. So on that day, we were just working hard just to finish and make sure that we have a layout and base for the presentations. And then on April 8, 2019, we were just looking over the project and revising the project, making sure that during the progress report there were no grammatical errors, any punctual errors, or if the PowerPoint presentations, the design of it was looking nice, and we were just making sure that our video presentations had the formal sort of punctual sort of vibe to it. So we were just making sure that the whole project was revised and looking perfect to submit. And then on April 9, 2018 is our expected submission, and we're just looking over the project one more time just to make sure that everything is looking nice and that everything on the PowerPoint is relevant to our goal. So we have some problems that arise in the project, and I just like to talk about the problems and then the solutions we take for that. So we all have busy lifestyles. Our group members work and then they go to school. So it's really hard to meet up. That's why we just met up once last week. But a way to fix that is through social media. So we always connect. We always stay on the WhatsApp, and we always call if we need help. No matter how busy you are, you always have to finish the project and make sure that everyone's doing their part. So basically, we're always busy. So one thing that deters us from doing because we're busy is just meeting up. But as I said, it's fixable with social media and us contacting each other through social media apps. And then the second thing is making sure everyone is putting in equal effort. So as you may know, due to the midterms and the finals and studying for the finals and quizzes that are coming up, it's really hard to implement work equally for every one of our teammates. And it's really important that we stress on equal effort because we are a team. So sometimes we lack that motivation sometimes because we're studying day and night and we're doing our work. So basically, it's really important that we reiterate to our teammates that we can pull through the project and finish the progress report. And it's really important that we reassure our group mates that if they ever need help, we could always help them instead of them being stuck on something. The third factor is procrastination. So we face that because as I said, with the busy lifestyle and studying for other classes, it's something that we face, and sometimes we go do our work, the project presentations at the last minute, but we try to stop that from happening. So before we do that, we just talk to each other and say, hey, if you need any help, we can help you. So before procrastination goes into a serious effort, we try to stop it. So, but that is one thing that could be possibly looming. We stop it before it's fully in its full phase of procrastination. And then another problem that we had was reliable survey feedback. So we put a Google Docs survey. So we put a survey and we basically put it on academia, and basically we got some feedback for the project, and basically we didn't get a lot of feedback, but one of the things that we were hoping to get was more feedback from more diverse student groups. But nonetheless, the feedback is important, whether it's a lot or less. So we'll definitely be using that feedback. So yeah, that's about it.
Hello, my name is Andrew Allen, and I will be giving a summary and conclusions for this project that we've been working on. Abdelhadi, as he mentioned in the first part of this video, he discussed that we need to increase advertising, support, and awareness for the club. The surveys that we did showed that there's not many people on campus that actually know that the soccer club exists. So this showed us that we need to ramp up these efforts. And then Anthony describes the discussions we had with the president and supervisor of the soccer club and the possibility of them supporting us in the future, maybe helping us get funding. And then Minhajul discusses our schedule and some of the problems that we had with this project and how we overcame them. And then finally, I would like to go over some of the long-term and short-term goals. So I'll start with the short-term. One of these goals would be to increase funding, obviously, as we stated before. This is a big part of making the soccer club successful. And this could lead to an increase in funding, possibly from the school or other sponsors that we find along the way. One of our last short-term goals is to continue conversation with the soccer club president and supervisor to continue to get their help and their advice towards this goal. Some of our long-term goals would include working towards becoming a D2 team. This would require a lot more money and time and effort, because it's a very time-consuming, costly endeavor to become a D2 team. And this would also require us to gain support from the NCAA. This is not an easy venture, but I hope that our team can make some progress into helping the Wayne State Club soccer team become a D2 team.